I wanted to do my chair's report a little bit differently this afternoon for a couple of reasons. First of all, we have some new equipment available to us in the Senate room today that will make it possible for us to make better presentations of information to the Senate. We can communicate ideas more clearly sometimes if we do it in graphical form, or if we are working on particular language for, let's say, an amendment to a motion. If we have that in advance and can show that to the Senate, I think it makes it easier for people to understand sometimes how complex changes are being conceived. So that's part of it. I would like to encourage committee chairs and others who are making presentations to the Senate in the future to consider whether or not the content that they're presenting would be better suited if it was augmented by some kind of a graphical display. And if so, as long as I've got that the Friday before a Monday Senate meeting, it would be easy for us to get that loaded up. And even maybe on a Monday morning, that would work out all right. So I hope senators will keep that in mind for future presentations. I also wanted to present this way to highlight another conversation that's been happening on campus over the recent weeks. Since we had our instructional program interrupted twice for emergency reasons when threats were found to be made on campus and through social media, there's been a lot of conversation among chairs and deans, the executive committee, our academic quality committee. They've all been discussing ways that we might be able to better prepare ourselves to not be held hostage to somebody that's trying to get out of a midterm exam or other kinds of threats that might cause, or bad weather, anything that might cause, otherwise cause an interruption to our instructional program. So what I would like to do today is encourage you, your chairs, your departments, to begin a conversation about alternative instructional delivery methods that instructors might be able to use. To make my point, this morning I'm using an HD camera with a microphone attached. I use Blackboard, PowerPoint, YouTube, and a piece of software called Screencast-O-Matic. And so if we have an interruption in our schedule, I'm able to actually put my class online. And I know a number of you all do this already, particularly those of you that work with eCampus. This might be the kind of thing, if it's appealing and if it suits the type of instruction, I assume something outside of a lab, but if it suits the type of instruction that your class typically involves, then I would encourage you to take a look at this and see if your department might want to make some purchases of software and equipment that would expand the faculty's ability to deliver instruction, same quality, real time, through a different means because of our enhanced technology these days. This is a fairly easy kind of a process. I am doing a screen capture with Screencast-O-Matic, and this allows me to switch back and forth between slides that I might use in a lecture and then the camera. And I think the camera is important as far as giving students the sense that their instructor is present in real time, working with them and supporting them. We haven't really reinvented teaching. What we have done is found the ability to use tools to help us do it in different ways. So if I wanted to say present some of our recent enrollment data at Eastern, some of the record-breaking kinds of things we've had going on, then I could show slides that show our total enrollment, our freshman retention rate trend, our 4-year graduation rates, our 5-year graduation rate, our 6-year graduation rate, and show the enrollment trend in our EKU service region. Whatever the content is for your course can be very easily delivered in this kind of a format. The way this looks on the screen is pretty much everything in one place, and once this is set up, you can use the buttons down in the tray at the bottom of your screen to toggle back and forth between your PowerPoint slides or your camera. So again, I don't want to take very long with this, but I did want to use the report a little bit differently today to focus not only on what we might do better as senators in terms of sharing information with one another, but also what we might be able to do as instructors to make sure that we can maintain the integrity of our instructional program in the face of either emergencies or bad weather kinds of events.